Hey, how's it going, guys? It's ZDEyE here. So, I wanted to give you my honest review on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. First of all, I want to clarify that this review will be specifically for Mass Effect 1. I have not yet begun playing Mass Effect 2 or 3 as of this recording of the video, and basically I want to make those into different videos. Now, I will be compiling and making a very big special video of all of the Mass Effect games whenever I finish them, and yeah, I'm gonna make it actually into a special video, so hopefully you'll be looking forward to that. Now, I want to clarify one other thing. I have never ever played any of the Mass Effect trilogies. Basically, I've never played Mass Effect 1, 2 or 3. I did play Andromeda though, and I finished that game. So Mass Effect 1 is a completely brand new experience for me. I decided to recently get it, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and I started off with Mass Effect 1. I played as the male Shepard, and basically, made my own character, and I have, somewhat of a decent time with it. Now, I need to mention one last thing. It's regarding the nostalgia. A lot of you guys and a lot of people that, have already experienced Mass Effect before, you'll have mostly the nostalgia that will actually be kind of resonating with a lot of people. For example, oh man, this is a fantastic game, so this means, I'm gonna keep on enjoying it, and of course being a little bit very kind of actually biased. My idea in this case, I don't have that kind of experience, right? I cannot be biased towards the game. I've never played the original Mass Effect, and I'm experiencing this as a remaster for the very first time. So I'll be honest about this and up front. I'm not sure how to clarify this. I didn't think it was that great of a game. Now, okay, let me get this out of the way. I think that the story, characters, and the overall aesthetic of the game is simply incredible. I definitely see why a lot of people back in the day when it first released was so beloved, right? I can definitely see why people love this game so much, and I'm very glad for them too. Now, in case of this time, since it is even a remastered, I don't think they should have been remastered this game. They should have remade it. Like, this game needs a remake. It does not need a remaster. Remaster, it still looks very buggy. It looks very outdated in a lot of ways. Remaster just did not do much justice towards this game. I think, in fact, actually hurt it, in my opinion. Because, again, I'm fresh eyes in this case. And, of course, what I see here is just a game that's incredibly outdated. Even the remaster doesn't do its justice, right? Again, I'm not trying to be, different, or I'm trying to be original, or I'm trying to be hateful towards the game that a lot of people love. No, I'm just, expressing my opinion about this game. I want to mention that, the way missions lay out, right? You go through different planets, different areas, locations, different universes, galaxies. Again, not universes, but different. Again, galaxies in Milky Way, obviously. So you go into a different solar system, right? Then you go into different planets, and that's how you pretty much can progress through the missions. It's a simplistic term of understanding, but actually it's a lot more refined than I initially expected. So basically, when I finished the game, what I felt that it was a very good game, but I have to say one other thing. Because the game was so outdated, I actually put it down for the past 5 days or so. I didn't bother turning on my PlayStation 5, and I just didn't want to continue playing the game because it was super outdated. I don't know, maybe it's just that kind of feeling I got. It's hard to explain, right? Now, in terms of the quality of the game, yeah, I mean, for this game to be released back in the day, I think it does look very good. But now, well, again, I don't have this kind of memory, I don't have the experience like a lot of people already do. I can only say that this is pretty poor quality of a game. That's all I gotta say about that. Gameplay itself is very simplistic, and I can definitely see a little bit of an appeal as well, right? At least it's not as refined as it was in Andromeda, but still I can see the appeal of actually, having a decent time with this game in terms of its combat and gameplay. Even though there's a lot of glitches, bugs, and issues like this, I constantly got into them. Right? Every time my Shepard character kept on bouncing around like a damn idiot, and so I couldn't really do anything about that unless if I want to reload the save. Oh, talk about reloading the save. I actually had to reload my save 5 times in all different occasions because for whatever reason checkpoint never finished, or at least never actually showcase what I'm supposed to do. Now, again, at first I thought like, oh, okay, wait, why is there no waypoint? Why is there no indicator or check mark or something? And then I realized I had to pay attention to the roads and where I have to go. I actually like that. It actually makes me think about what I need to memorize the routes and the paths. I like that. I think it's a bonus. Okay, so the other thing, I don't know regarding about this, but a lot of people are saying like, man, the improvements to loading times are incredible. Again, I can't say much. I feel like actually there's way too many of these, like these lifts and elevators and stuff. I think they should have reduced it by a lot. But again, I can definitely see why this was actually a bad thing back then, because there was so many loadings and a lot of people didn't like this. But now, since we have far more powerful consoles and machines, so I think that for a remaster they could have gotten rid of a lot of these lifts, as so-called, right? Like I said, this should have been remade instead of remastered. So a lot of things as well. Voice acting. Voice actors themselves are very good, but the interaction is very poor. Let me get it out of the way of saying exactly what I mean by that. Expressions, right? Maybe there's one moment when you want to say, oh, I don't really care. You want to be a little bit sarcastic in some ways, but instead you come out like, I don't give a shit, I'm gonna kill you, some kind of like that. It doesn't go well with the dialogue system that I envisioned it, at least in that conversation that we were having. And this kind of happened quite a lot of times. So the interactions doesn't exactly work together. Now, I can also see like a lot of people say, well, it's very refined in terms of the consequences and also the different paths that you can take. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of cool different paths that you can take, and I do know that for Mass Effect paths that you make, they will have some kind of consequences or benefits towards the Mass Effect 2 and 3. I really, really like that. And so, after finding out and experiencing the story and how it pretty much begun, actually talking about how it begun, I felt like I wanted a little bit more refined way of introduction towards Shepard. At least that's just my opinion. And yeah, maybe we'll get a little bit more about this in Mass Effect 2 or 3, maybe not. Again, I did not play those games yet. And so maybe I'll get those answers later. But also, at the end of the day, when I was like, okay, man, I'm getting sick of this game, because it was so outdated and I just couldn't keep on playing it, then I dropped it for past 5 days. At that point, I was just like, man, I just want to get the story out of the way, so I want to start Mass Effect 2, because I know Mass Effect 2 is going to be far more updated game. Even though it was remastered as well and improved upon 2, I'm expecting it to be not like a gigantic step towards from Mass Effect 1, right? But still, I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to be checking it out and seeing if I would like it as much as, or as little, I should say, perhaps, as was for my experience of Mass Effect 1. So, in terms of the, character interactions, this isn't very good. Remaster is not very good. Remake would have been a far better option. Now, side quests, I don't know, it's hard to say. It doesn't exactly, it's not as obvious, right? I know there's a lot of side quests. Like I said, I have done a few of them, but I didn't bother of actually, making sure that I did every quest. Like I said, I'm not gonna be platinuming this game. It was not for me. But that's all I got. Anyway, guys, I feel like if I keep talking about this, I'll only drag along. I will make sure to also make a review as soon as I finish Mass Effect 2, and so goes for the Mass Effect 3, and then I'm gonna make a very, very big review of whole trilogy of the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Alright, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.